hello, I am Leanne, and I hope that you're ready for some yoga with the story from Dragon Bunny Books. This is it, we're here, you made it. Let's get right into it. So today we are going to be doing a yoga story that's all about peace. So I hope that you're ready to feel peaceful. I hope that you feel really peaceful in your body, but if you don't, that's okay. Yoga will help you to get there. So just notice how you're feeling. Shrug your shoulders up, breathe in. Relax your shoulders down, breathe out. I'm not just talking about regular breaths. You can take those any other time, but when you come here to your yoga mat, see if you can really work on making your breaths like longer on the inhale and even on the exhale, especially on the exhale. So do it again. Really long and super long out. Let everything go. And when you're breathing out, just feel your body kind of like getting more soft all the way from your head down to your toes. All right, soft but awake, because here we are, we're awake, we're alive, life is good, we're doing yoga, and I can't think of any better way to spend my time than with you here right now on our yoga mats. So we're going to begin in a position that some people call lotus pose. There's a few different ways to do it. I describe this one as no lotus. This might be the perfect lotus for your body. A lotus is a flower, and it floats on, maybe you've seen them in the lake, on lily pads. Beautiful, often white, sometimes pink type of flower. So this is half lotus if one foot comes up, and some people describe this as being comfortable, and some people say, whoa, no lotus is better for me. And if you're able to, or if it feels okay in your body, you might try being a full lotus flower. But every lotus, whether it's no lotus or half or full, everyone is really perfect and important. What's most important is that it helps you to come into your body, come into the present moment, to sit up tall and to breathe in completely and fully. So whatever lotus you're in, you might choose a hand mudra, making some circles with your pointer and your thumb and just resting your hands here on your knees. Open up your chest, relax your shoulders back and down, breathe in your lotus, breathe out in your lotus, and imagine how peaceful it would be to be a lotus flower just floating on the top of a lake right now. That feels great, and what's awesome is that you can use that in your imagination anytime at all, even if you're feeling very, very stressed, or if you're at school or something stressful is happening. Remember the feeling of being here in your lotus. So nice. All right, very nice. All right, let's practice one more lotus before we leave our lotus. I love this position. It's the floating lotus. So one hand on one side, other hand on the other side. Use your hands if this feels okay. You might want to practice being a hopping lotus. Whoop, whoop, or a floating lotus. Whee! Again, it really just depends on the shape of your body. For some people's bodies, it does not work out this shape, but maybe a little bit of practice, a little bit of play, you might work into being a floating lotus. So hop, hop, and maybe float. Whee! Very fun. All right, and relax. All right, unravel your lotus and come onto your hands and knees. So today in our yoga class, in our yoga story, we are going to be talking about peace. I don't know if you noticed this piece here, and I have a piece here, and I have a book that I really like about peace over there. All these things inspire peace. So come onto your hands and knees. And we're just going to roll forward and back from our cat to our cow, and just meditating or thinking on the word peace and what the word peace means. So breathe in, peace in, breathe out, peace out. Again, peace in. What is peace? What does it mean? How does it make you feel? One more time in. And why does peace matter? Same thing, wondering about peace, coming into your child's pose. Peace in, breath in, peace out. So I want you to just keep breathing and wondering about peace here and now. What is it? What does it feel like for you? And why does it even matter? One thing you need to know about peace that's very important is that yoga is a practice that helps to make the world a more peaceful place. Last time, land here in your child's pose or your rock pose. And just by being present right now in your own body, you are actually making the world a more peaceful place. So let's be peaceful together right here. What a powerful thing to do, because the world needs you and I to be more peaceful. I wonder what other words you thought of when you were thinking of the word peace. Some people think that peace means to be free. I know in this book by Todd Parr, he describes a lot of words about freedom and being who you are. These are all very peaceful things that you can do, and of course you can do yoga. So we're going to dedicate today's whole yoga story to peace, and we're going to practice what it's like, and I'm going to tell you a little story, a personal story, and we'll do some yoga together. So let's begin in our standing position. If you're anything like me, you don't always feel peaceful. Sometimes you have feelings which are very normal, where you have conflict, where you have arguments, where you have disagreements, and that is normal, and that is healthy, and that's all a part of being alive. So we're going to just think about that a little bit. We're going to start in our warrior poses, and I'm going to tell you a personal story. So 1 foot in front, 1 foot in back. We're going to begin here in our warrior 1. I like to use warrior poses when we talk about peace, because we might think that a warrior is the opposite of being a peaceful in yoga, but I'm going to show you what it really means. So you can bend your front knee, and you can just lift your arms up and breathe in, and then really bend more into it. Your back foot can be a little bit out, but just bend and release. And bend here in warrior 1, and breathe. And we're going to hold it up here. And when we hold it here, I want you to really feel like a power of a warrior. Lift your arms up, reach your fingers up. It's a very powerful pose. So breathe here. And I want you to know that I also have had moments where I have been in a conflict or in an argument, and it did not feel very good or peaceful in my body. Sometimes it's keep holding, keep breathing. Sometimes it's because you're in a conflict because you're defending yourself. Sometimes it's because you're scared. Sometimes it's because you don't even know what else to do. But yoga is a great way to help you to feel more clear. So from here, we're going to breathe in one more time in our warrior 1. Then we're going to open up our arms out to the side. I'm going to be looking away from you, but you can imagine what to do. Opening up, and bring your other foot out behind you. And this is warrior 2. I find warrior 2, you really expand and bend into your front leg, and you get to really open up and feel even more strength and fire in your body. So feeling like a peaceful warrior means that you're standing up for what's right, standing up for what's good, and standing up for what's just. Very important. Look over at your back fingers, look over at your front fingers, and then breathe. Now from here, we are going to do a yoga pose called Peaceful Warrior. So follow your front fingers, look up, reach up, breathe up. And now this is Peaceful Warrior, and then come into an extended side angle. I find this is a very peaceful flow. Peaceful Warrior, what is peace for you? How does it feel in your body? And why does peace matter? One more time, breathe in, look up, be strong. You can do it, and hold it here in your extended side angle. I have one more warrior pose for you to do on this side. You're now going to turn both feet towards the front. You're now going to breathe your arms up, and then when you breathe out, we're going to come into warrior 3, which is a flying warrior pose. Reach your arms back behind you, lift your heel up, look down, straight line if you can from your head, all the way back to your heel. Peaceful warriors in warrior 3. 1, 2, 3, lift your knee up, breathe up, and come down. All right, excellent. We had 3 warrior poses and a peaceful warrior on one side. Let's try it on the other side. Other foot comes front, other foot comes back. So as I was saying about the times that I've actually been in a place where I wasn't very peaceful, it's confusing and it's hard, but sometimes it's necessary. Bend your front leg a little bit here in your warrior one. Breathe in and release. Breathe in, bend into it and release. One more time. Breathe in and release. But I've noticed something that's the most important thing is that you're actually, when you're in a conflict, it doesn't mean you hurt anybody. Open your back foot a little bit. Bend into your front leg for your warrior two. Peaceful warrior two. It means that you don't want to hurt anybody. That's the opposite of peace, of course. Sometimes it just means you are standing up for what you believe in, and you can be peaceful and in a conflict at the same time. I know that some kids, they get into fights at school. It happens. And they might even cry or tell their teachers, keep holding it here in your warrior two, keep breathing, strong arms looking over at your front and your back. And then guess what happens? They end up saying sorry or realizing that they did something wrong or their friend did something wrong. And they end up getting closer because they know themselves and they know their friend better, and they were able to work through it and learn and grow, never hurting anybody, but always staying true to justice. That's what really it means to be peaceful. It's a big concept, but it's an important concept. All right, how about that peaceful warrior pose? Do you remember how that one went? Okay, we're going to track our front fingers. Bring your other arm behind you. Look up, peaceful warrior. And then reach and shoot your extended side angle down. Breathe in, peaceful warrior on this side. Breathe out, reach and stretch. I hope this feels great in your body. I find these warrior sequences really can make us very peaceful. Keep on breathing and release. Do you remember what the warrior three was? Our last warrior pose, both toes facing forward. Get ready to be a flying warrior. So much fun. Feel all that peace and strength and stability. Breathe in and reach that foot behind you. Find your balance. Stay strong. Stay focused. Maybe stare at one thing that is not moving, maybe on the floor as you look straight down. Reach your fingers. Wiggle your fingers. And we're going to count 1, 2, 3. Bring your knee up. Bring your arm up. And release. I don't know about you, but I feel so strong and grounded when I do yoga and those warrior poses. And I think about what peace means in my body. And this is saying, and I think it's really true, that peace does begin with you. So the more that you and I, that we know ourselves and that we do yoga and meditation, the more peace we'll bring to the world. And that is the most important thing we can do. That's what I think. So one more pose here in standing. Come to mountain and be a peaceful mountain. Imagine many people and animals climbing up your mountain as you breathe up in the front, and climbing down your mountain as you breathe out the back. So we're going to imagine peacefully to breathe up the front of the mountain and down the mountain, and allowing many people to walk on us, maybe to pick flowers if we have flowers on our mountain, maybe to climb our trees, maybe to have a picnic, but be a strong, steady, beautiful place where many will come, many are welcome, and the land belongs to everybody. Imagine what it's like to feel that peaceful place in your heart, in your shoulders, strong and peaceful, all at the same time. Press your hands into each other. Feel the strength. Press your feet into the earth. Feel the strength. Reach your head up to the sky. Feel it. Breathe it fully. 1, 2, 3, and release. Let it go. Good work, my peaceful yoga friends. We are now going to come down all the way to lie on your back. All right, slowly rolling down, all the way down, arms coming up, breathe in, and then slowly rolling up. And touch your toes. 2 more times, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Touch your toes. 1 more time, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. And just earthquake your legs. And windshield wash your feet. And come all the way back to lie on your back for our final yoga pose today called Shavasana. When you arrive on your back, we're going to do a meditation and relaxation on peace. That's our theme for today. So inviting what it's like to feel peace in your toes. You can wiggle your toes and wish them peaceful toes and peaceful feet. Windshield wiper your feet. Peaceful toes, peaceful feet, and let them be still. Peaceful shins and ankles and calves and knees. You can wiggle them and let them be still. Peaceful and relaxed here in your thighs and your hamstrings and your hips. Wiggle, 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 and relax. Peaceful tummy, where your breath comes in. Tummy rises, breath goes out, tummy falls. Peaceful lower back, peaceful chest and heart, peaceful back, upper back and shoulders, really releasing through your shoulders. Squeeze and open your hands a few times and just release now. Peace in your hands, peace in your wrists, peace in your neck. Open your mouth, close your mouth a few times. Peace in your mouth and your tongue and your cheeks and your eyes. And peace in every single hair of your head, and just now peace in your whole body. Deep breath in and long, relaxing, peaceful breath out. You did it. Bring your hands up to your forehead. Here in your namaste hands, peace in your head, in your thoughts, into your mouth, peace in your lips and your words, and peace in your heart. And from me to you, I wish you peace for the whole world. See you next time.